There are 19 people who sit around a table in Washington once every 2 weeks who have the power, the unlimited power, to double the quantity of money over the next year or to cut it in half over the next year. Those 19 people are the 7 members of the Federal Reserve Board and the 12 presidents of the Federal Reserve Banks, of the regional Federal Reserve Banks. Only 5 of those 12 presidents have a vote on that open market committee at any time, but all 12 attend every meeting and influence the action that occurs. They have the unquestioned power to do this.
What's up, everybody? This is Super Mike. Just wanted to come through with just a little bit of content for everybody. Make sure you guys press the thumbs up. This is mainly for black people. If we want to start getting a little bit more tangible results in our life and in our community behavior, we have to stop having these stupid, disingenuous arguments. Because we're so engaged in this little politics thing so much, and because we engaged in bad faith arguments just to win a debate, so many of us actually think that just because we frustrate somebody, or just because we deny something that's true, or we pretend like we don't know, as if life is a court of white law. When I say white law, I'm talking about man-made paper law down there that they can change when all they got to do is change a letter or a word, or to shall to may, and that'll throw the whole thing off. Okay, real life is real law. Okay, there's real systems and order in process. Of course, the man's law does have an effect, but it's not the ultimate, verification of what's truth and what's falsehood. So we got to start actually trying to understand with some of the stuff that we talk about. So case in point, we're dealing with a political situation right now. It should be very easy for us to understand that the Republican train and the Democrat train is really nothing for black people. The only people that it may temporarily help is those who are employed to make these little disingenuous arguments and troll people all over the internet for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, there's nothing that you're going to get from her. It's just a badge of honor for her to say that she, from an Indian background, was elected, into that office. It's literally nothing. It's not going to change your life. It's not going to do anything for you. It doesn't do anything for you, because what's going to hurt you, they already got planned to hurt you. What's going to help you is already out here, so you can get access to it. You got to fight for it. So it's a confusion, distraction. It hurts you to believe in something that's not true. That's what hurts you. So the thing is, for example, my thing is, we have a situation where, black people, there's been this old debate. It's really settled. These are settled debates. This debate, they say black is not a nationality. Okay, that's true, but nobody's saying it's a nationality. It's a racial category. We are black people. We have an ancient connection to what's called black in English, but other black ancestry, our ancestry, had other terms for that. Not only the color, but also the people, the hue. It was positive etymologies. Now, if we are just going to go by only what the enslavers' dictionaries say about what we decide, if we're going by them, then we are still under their rule, under their enslavement. One of the biggest powers when they took our freedom, okay, you had to fight for that. They took it, okay, against our will. We did not want that. Okay, so that was taken from our people, and it hurt. When they took your freedom, however that happened, you could say it was sold out by some traders, which is true. But see, the traders, they got their freedom taken too. So this is all the whole, when that situation happened, why would they change your name? So in Africa, they were enslaved in Africa. Some of the Native Americans here that we call $5 Indians, they were actually, the native part of them were colonized and enslaved by each other too. Navajos was enslaved by other native type of tribes. And of course the black natives reclassified and enslaved, okay? But they would change the name of the black people. So now your children, which are us, don't have a connection. So you are pure, raised as a slave. You have no memory. So this is what I'm saying. How can you, one of the signs that you are starting to get out of that is when you use your power to define yourself, your self-identity. You get to say, if enough of us say this is what black is, and we can root that in our history, the histories of the original peoples all over the planet, which we are made from, basically, which is factored into our people here in America, and definitely in the Western Hemisphere. The original peoples of this planet is factored into our makeup. So we get the right to call ourselves a black people. We are a original people. That's what it means. The Moors say, oh, it's not a nationality. Well, they say a Moor is a nationality. Yeah, but it's not your nationality because Moor is from Morocco. And they want to go into these laws. But how is that bringing you power? See, because the name of the game is power and dominance. You have to have the power to do. You don't want to protest every time you need to open up a school or fund your defense for your community to keep these bastard murdering officers from abusing the citizens. Okay? We want certain things. We need certain things for our community, just like everyone else. But we have to protest to another community to get them. This means that the political establishment is a failure as it relates to us. So we can't pretend like it's not. That's just true. Now you can hope and dream and pray, but it's not gonna, come on now, we gotta stop having these fake arguments. It just doesn't work. So the stuff that works in your life is the stuff that you work for. Any success in your life has happened because, either your family worked and gave it to you, or you worked and gave it to yourself. That's how you got successful. You made good decisions. Some stuff you paid for because you made bad decisions. So anyway, I just want everybody to kind of let me know what you think about it. Are we going to stop having these fake arguments? It doesn't help you just to sit up there and get on the internet and, if somebody makes a point and it's true, I have no problem with telling people, yep, that's true. That is true. But what happens in some of these conversations is we want to hurt the other person. We're not interested in actually trying to understand what is the thing that can move our community forward. And keep in mind, when you move yourself or your family forward, you are helping. You're getting yourself ready to be able to move more of our people forward. Okay, shout out to MC Hammer. They tried to malign this man's character, a very upstanding member of our community.
Everybody knew that I had 200 employees. It wasn't no secret. So what you think? I was paying them in hamburgers? Somebody was paying that payroll. I was doing that. So if you wanted to now say the story is
Prince,
MC Hammer just pissed his money off when you knew that I was employing 200 people from my community, it said more about you than it did about me. We were dying. This is the real thing. It's not fake. Go and look at the murder rate in my city at the time. Some of the people that were dying were my classmates, my neighbors. So when I had the Hammer thing, I would literally call home. I'd be on the road. I'd call home. I say, hey, what John doing? What you mean what John doing? John dead. I said, what you mean John is dead? I just talked to him 2 weeks ago. He said, yeah, John dead and Sam killed him. Sam lived 2 houses down from John killed him? Let me speak to Sam then. Hey, Sam, man, check this out, man. Why? Well, I said, why don't you come out here on the road with me, man? I can give you $30,000 a year. I can't give you what you're making on the block. But, man, I can't have you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you killing the very cats we grew up with. Well, 10 turned to 20, 20 turned to 30. I'm cool with that. I was cool with that because the amount of money that I was generating was worth the lives to me. If a guy that you know in the middle of the crack era, when everybody was dying, machine guns everywhere, decided he wanted to try to pull some guys out of that, if his fate is to be the guy who we're going to introduce for the next 14 years is, hey, we're going to talk about MC Hammer next, how he pissed off 30 million. Man, that's what you get for trying to contribute to the community.
The black man, MC Hammer, cared about his homies, his people. The community that he grew up, that's a good example, because what happens is sometimes we get successful and then the white folks want to isolate us from people that we grew up around, our friends. Usually when you become successful, everybody's happy because you're going to bring a level of success. They still got to work for what they do, but there's another avenue that that you should be able to open up. You should just be able to open up that avenue for who is industrious enough to take that avenue that you figured out. And those ladders should stay. So the more successful people in a certain neighborhood, it's easier for those, should be easier for the children and for the families in that area to achieve success if they work for it. We're not enabling lazy people. So the point is, I'm saying this is how we actually do stuff in our community. So the only thing I wanted to say is just this kind of stuff. Don't be tricked by fake arguments. Like Kamala Harris and the black stuff. And I have no idea why this woman is pretending to be. To me, I don't understand it. Just say, I am black, but I'm not raised in America. Now, are they trying to just fake like us? So my thing is like this, especially to these Moors or these people who want you to believe that black is nothing or we should stop calling ourselves black. Why the hell do I stop calling myself black when I'm authentically black? I'm an authentic black man from a black family. Even if you have, half and half, that's how we do it in the U.S., you still black. Authentic. 100%. You raised in our culture, whether you're a nerd or you a gangster. Whether you're a scientist or you a damn track star or something, or a hairdresser, you're black, okay? And you authentically black, a black person, especially in America. Now, if you're a black person from Africa, you're a black person from India, you're a black person from Australia, you're a black person from the Pacific Islands, from Jamaica, from Trinidad, Barbados, wherever, Mexico, you are an authentic black person. You're just not an American black person. Come on now. Just say where you're from. It's okay. Be proud of where you're from. So that's all I'm saying here is, these people want something so bad, they realize that there's power in being who we are, an American black person. So there's power in that. But we're supposed to run away from it. But when they need something, here they go pretending like us. That should make us think. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your heritage, your lineage. We have things to fix, but be proud. You are your lineage. Be proud. Teach your children. You know, when we teach of Black history, Carter G. Woodson, be proud of that. You know, Harriet Tubman, Mary McLeod Bethune, George Washington Carver, Booker T. Washington, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Minister Farrakhan. All of these are our lineage. These are our ancestors. Come on, man. And not to mention your family, the great ones in our family, our grandmas. You know, I was looking at Richard Pryor. He was doing a little skit, Mudbone.
Me how to read, see? Before I could get some pussy. She said, if you can read, and when you learn how to read this note I gave you, you can get some pussy. And she gave me a note, and I learned how to read, and the note said, no, you can't have none. That was the first thing I ever read, you know. It took me 2 years to find out I couldn't get none, you know. But she dead now, so fuck her, you know. But I was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. And I come up here, it was an accident, because I lived in Mississippi. I worked on a plantation, what they used to call them in there. You young people don't know nothing about that, see? The plantation, see? I worked on it, Mr. Johnson's plantation. He's a good old white man. He's a white fair. You know, he was fair. But he had a son named Junior. Now, he was hard to work for, because he's cockeyed. That's right, eyes went every which way, you know. And we called him Cockeyed Junior, you know. And he was hard to work for, because he said, hey, nigga, pick that up, you know. 4 or 5 niggas been down, you know. Because you didn't know who he's looking at, you know. I talking about like this here.
And that's actually history, because he's actually, it was funny for that time, but he's impersonating a former slave. Somebody, people who we don't get to even see no more. We don't even see them. We see, you know, we see their kids and stuff, but we don't see these people no more. So we get to see how they actually behaved and the funny things that they did. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come to y'all, just touch base. I'm driving home from working out here in this weird California deserts and stuff like that. It's hot. Everybody be safe, be proud of yourself, love yourself, know yourself, knowledge of self. Right now I'm studying that, it's kind of funny. There's a big push in these red natives and these $5 Indians for the black people of America not to study the actual history, the documented historical evidence that, you know, our families did have a Native American mixture in there, okay? And the Native American is not necessarily, there is the Native American of the so-called five civilized tribes admixture, but also there's Native American that was here before Columbus, black looking, black like us looking, black like Fiji Island people looking. If you look at the people on Fiji Island, the black folks there. Look at the black folks on, Vanuatu and its Pacific Islands and stuff. They just look like us. A lot, you know, they have a lot of our features. Even look at some of those indigenous Hawaiians and stuff like that. So anyway, y'all, it's a lot to study. You know, especially when we starting to open up this hidden history. It is so interesting. It's something that I encourage us all to do, because what happens is it opens up new possibilities, new ways, a new world that we have authentic access to, and it lets us understand, it makes us feel safer, which we should, that we don't need this politics stuff to work out. Well, let these white people, they controlled their government, they ran it into the damn ground. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan, Booker T. Washington, Randolph. We got so many black people that try to tell these people, hey, act right, set your stuff up better, be fair, do right. And they didn't want to do it. So now let them run this shit to the damn ground and we'll be fine. Yeah, but we'll be all right. You can't save it no way. You can't stop them because we tried when we actually had a chance to fix it. You have no chance to fix this now. You have zero chance to fix this. So you should start familiarizing yourself with our black world. We are an original people on this planet. That's where we descend from. So we need to start studying ourselves. All right, y'all. Peace out.